Hello, everyone. It's Steve with Aptera Owners Club. Autoline Network put out this panel discussion about the Tesla supposed $25,000 vehicle and how are they even going to make a profit on that thing. And during the course of that discussion, which was a fascinating discussion, actually, and I will link the entire video in the description below, Sandy Munro throws out this nugget about the Aptera, which is kind of huge, actually. It's surprising to me, and if it's true, and I gotta believe it's true because Sandy has some inside information, um, it's kind of big. Okay, so here's have a listen.
Think about it too. You build up a whole body in white, then you got to dump the whole thing in the Elpo
Elpo,
tank.
yeah.
Then you got to bring that out. You got to let that all drip dry and stuff, and then you start painting. So you're
Yeah.
painting a lot and you're coating a lot of places that maybe don't even really need it.
You're right.
So you're adding cost, you're adding weight, you're adding assembly time. This new Tesla process gets rid of all that. But here's another question for you guys. Do you think they're going to paint? Why not go with a wrap?
Well, you can go with a wrap. My guess is that this is a good idea for right now. But anybody that ever wanted to say, hey, there may be an opportunity here to go to plastic or carbon fiber or composite or whatever. Okay, now I can shoot them in color. What do I need that for? And actually, that's what we're doing with Aptera. The Aptera car probably is not going to see paint. It's carbon fiber. It'll come in color, and that's that. And it's the same sort of a deal. The Aptera is going to be showing up with a perfect body, perfect. And that's kind of like what you can get out of this process that Tesla's showing you. They may be using steel initially, but eventually they might be going to something else.
So basically, Sandy, are you saying that, like, for the Aptera, that the color is put in the mold when the part is created, therefore there's no secondary operation required?
That's correct. Yeah.
Well, even with this new Tesla process, as you guys know, in a typical assembly plant, the paint shop is the most expensive part of the plan. They're typically $300 million or more.
Minimum.
They're very energy intensive. And, so mega savings, by simplifying it.
Just think about the pollution control. Are you kidding? That is the absolute biggest cost associated with pollution in any factory is the paint shop. How do you get rid of all the crap that, nobody wants to have a paint shop in their city ever. And you're always crawling with people who want to inspect to make sure that you're not cheating. This all goes away. With what they're talking. Well, let me rephrase that. It all goes away with Aptera, but it's still going to be something that they're going to be doing with Tesla. But it's not going to be as arduous because I don't have spray guns shooting all over the damn place. If you watch a paint line, you'll see that you have to clear the jets on the spray guns before the robot's allowed to. I'm sending it into the air. So if I'm underneath the car or whatever, all these things happen, and quite frankly, every one of those extra little bursts that you have to have, that causes more pollution, and in essence, it just throws paint down into the. There's a suction that brings it down. All that stuff has to be taken away and tossed. When you're looking at smaller pieces that are painted on both sides by simple robot mechanism, it's going to cost less, and it's going to be it'll require a whole lot less maintenance. Yeah, I see it as being 100% better all the way around.
Yeah. So John, in Tesla's.
Okay, so that is amazing. People have a lot of concerns about the wrap that they're going to put in Aptera because they're afraid of the longevity of it, especially in high solar radiation areas like Arizona and Southern California. And so we've talked about PPF film, which is probably way better than vinyl film in terms of longevity. But one of the things that people really wanted was like, why don't we just mold them in color? And I've asked Aptera about that, and they said that it was very hard to match the colors to make it look right. So Sandy is saying that they are going to do that, put the color in the mold, which makes the parts themselves have the color, which is the perfect solution. And I don't know if you need some kind of UV protectant on that anyway, but that should be pretty much easier to do. And it does make it so like if the wrap were to come off or you pull the wrap off, it's not going to look weird. So either they figured out a way of making it match well, or they're going to put it on certain parts where the matching doesn't have to be perfect. Like maybe they're just going to use that for like the wheel covers and stuff. In any case, I do like it that they're putting color in the mold, and then that might make a naked Aptera, with the forged carbon fiber exposed, which I think looks actually really cool. And then if they put color into the fiberglass parts, and the other plastic parts, maybe it'll look great even without the wrap. So anyways, that's huge. I think that's great. And then towards the end, Sandy makes some comments about Aptera without specifically saying Aptera.
Well, guess what? Everything adds up. Sooner or later, it adds up. So the more you can get to edge computing, the more opportunity you've got for efficiency. And like I said, weight, aero, friction, efficiency. Efficiency. That's what you want to shoot for. It's easy. Not only is it cheap, it actually reduces the cost of the product. It makes things go faster. Everything there. It's going to be hard to, every stylist wants a different look. So aero is kind of tough. Weight. If I want to get rid of weight, increase efficiency. And if I want to get rid of friction, well, there's a lot of ways that you can do that, but one of them is to make the product more efficient, more effective. And we all know how to do it. It's just that in a lot of cases, sometimes you have to pay a nickel over here, but you can save a dime over there. And that's why this vertical integration stuff works really super well, because one guy is scrubbing the other guy's back. Yeah.
All right. So he's, Sandy Munro is talking about aerodynamics, weight, friction, efficiency. I mean, he's basically talking about Aptera, and he's talking about how that makes building the car cheaper and just makes everything better overall. And he's saying that some designers want a certain look, so therefore kind of aerodynamics goes out the window in these cases. But Aptera was designed for efficiency first, so that's why it looks the way it does. And they found a designer that's willing to work around that in Jason Hill, so it works out great. Anyways, great video, great panel discussion. I'll link the entire 2-hour panel discussion in the description below. But I thought that was very, very interesting. So go check it out. Tell me what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Thanks as always to our supporting members. Have a great day, everyone.